There is a truck in leaked GTA 6 footage, and someone at Rockstar studied exactly how trucks get dirty during off-road driving and replicated it. The mud is heaviest on the wheel wells and lower doors, lighter on the hood, and completely absent from the roof. That is the level of obsession we are dealing with. Today, we are breaking down GTA 6 vehicle design, specifically how Rockstar uses fictional car brands as a form of satire, how cars function as world-building tools across the different regions of Leonida, and what the new customization system tells us about where open-world game design is actually heading. By the end of this, you will never look at a parked car in a video game the same way again. I've got someone here who has gone deep on all of this, so let's get into it. Walk me through why GTA has never just used real car brands. Like, why not just put a Ferrari in the game?
So the short answer is money and creative control, but the longer answer is way more interesting. Real car brands come with licensing costs that, according to Technosports Gaming News, can run anywhere from $100,000 to over $1 million per car. And that's before you even get to the creative restrictions.
Per car? That adds up fast.
Massively fast. And it's not just the cost. Real brands enforce strict appearance and performance guidelines. They control how their cars can look, how they can be modified, and what context they appear in, which is a problem when your game is literally called Grand Theft Auto.
Right, because no car company wants their vehicles shown plowing into pedestrians on a beach.
Exactly. And that point actually came up in a big fan debate around GTA 6. When the trailers dropped and the cars looked incredibly realistic, some fans started speculating that maybe Rockstar would finally include licensed real-world brands. And the community pushed back hard. One Reddit user put it pretty bluntly. They said GTA is, quote, a stake of modern America, and partnering with real companies is the complete antithesis of that.
That's a really clean way to put it. The satire only works if Rockstar controls the brands.
Completely. And this is where the fictional brand system becomes genuinely clever. Rockstar doesn't just make up random car names. They create brands with defined histories and product lines that parody real manufacturers. Grotti is their Ferrari. Obi is their Audi. Albany is their Cadillac. Coil is their Tesla. According to Sportskeeda's breakdown, these brands go through evolutions over time, just like real companies do.
Wait, and the names themselves are jokes, right? Like Vapid for Ford, Benefactor for Mercedes.
Yes, and that's a layer of satire most players never consciously register but absolutely feel. Vapid, Benefactor. These names are commentary on consumerism and status. You're not just driving a car, you're driving a punchline.
That is genuinely funny when you sit with it. So the brand system is both a legal workaround and a satirical tool at the same time.
Exactly, and it frees up budget too. According to Technosports, Rockstar saves millions annually by avoiding licensing fees, and that money goes into gameplay mechanics, larger maps, and more innovative features. Every fictional car you drive represents resources that went somewhere else in the game.
So it's not a compromise, it's actually a strategic advantage.
That's the right way to think about it. And it connects to how Rockstar actually builds out their vehicle roster, which is another thing people don't fully understand. The sheer number of cars in GTA looks impossible from the outside, but according to Generation Amiga's breakdown, it's built on a modular design system.
What does that mean exactly?
So many cars share the same underlying framework, the physics model, the collision behavior, the sound profiles. Rockstar then changes the body shape, the proportions, the textures, and some handling values, and suddenly it feels like a completely different vehicle. Players don't see the reused systems, they see different silhouettes speeding past them in traffic.
It's like the illusion works because you're experiencing it at street level, in motion.
Exactly. Generation Amiga put it well, GTA relies on recognition, not accuracy. You don't need a badge to know what a car represents culturally. And that's a really important distinction from something like a racing simulator, which obsesses over exact measurements. GTA prioritizes breadth over microscopic realism.
And the designs themselves are blended from multiple real cars, right? Like the front of one luxury sedan, the rear of another.
Right. Jalopnik did a full breakdown of the GTA 6 trailer vehicles and traced each one back to its real-world inspirations. There are cars inspired by the Acura NSX, lowrider classics like the Chevy Impala and Chevy Monte Carlo, muscle cars from the 60s and 70s. It's a mix of classic and modern that feels like a genuine cross-section of American car culture.
And that mix is deliberate, not random.
Very deliberate. Which brings us to the part of GTA 6's vehicle design that I think is genuinely new territory for the series. Because in GTA 5, cars were essentially toys. Beautiful, fast, customizable toys, but they existed in the same ecosystem regardless of where you found them. A supercar parked next to a 90s Honda in a random lot. Nobody questioned it.
Yeah, the world felt like a showroom that happened to have a story in it.
That's a good way to put it. And according to Left Down Right Up's analysis of the GTA 6 trailers, Rockstar appears to have thrown that approach out entirely. In Leonida, vehicles are regionally distributed in a way that tells you exactly where you are without looking at a map.
Wait, so the cars themselves are like a geographic signal?
Completely. Take Vice City Beach. The beachfront strips in both trailers are dominated by convertibles and luxury SUVs. The color palette is white, black, bright metallics, red, electric blue, gold. These are showing off colors, cars that demand attention. You can spot vanity plates, aftermarket wheels, window tint, dark enough to be illegal in most states.
So the beach district is basically a flex zone.
Exactly. And Left Down Right Up makes the point that this tracks perfectly with real South Beach, Miami, where the car you drive is a social statement louder than anything you say. These aren't just cars, they're accessories to an identity.
And then you cut to a completely different region and it's a completely different story.
Completely different. The Grass Rovers area in Trailer 2, the vehicle ecosystem shifts entirely. Lifted pickup trucks, older model SUVs, what looks like at least one airboat. The color palette goes to earth tones. Faded whites, mud-covered blacks, primer gray. These vehicles are not showing off. They are working.
And that's where the mud detail comes in, the thing from the opening.
Right. One truck in leaked footage has a gun rack in the rear window, a toolbox bolted to the bed, and mud splatter that follows realistic driving patterns. Heaviest on the wheel wells and lower doors, lighter on the hood, absent from the roof. Left Down Right Up's analysis notes that someone at Rockstar studied how trucks actually get dirty during off-road driving and replicated it.
That is an absurd level of detail for something most players will never consciously notice.
But they'll feel it. That's the whole point. The contrast between Vice City Beach and the Grass Rovers is, as Left Down Right Up puts it, deliberate and devastating. Within the same game map, you drive from a world where cars are status symbols to a world where cars are survival tools.
That's actually a really powerful piece of world building. You don't need a cutscene to tell you these are different worlds. The vehicles do it.
And it extends to other regions too. The analysis mentions Port Gellhorn having an industrial fleet, and Ambrosia, which appears to be an old money area, having a very different vehicle character again. Each region has its own automotive identity.
So Rockstar has essentially built a class system into the traffic patterns.
That's exactly what they've done. And it's a massive departure from GTA 5's approach. The cars are not just transport, they are world building. That's the phrase Left Down Right Up uses, and I think it's exactly right.
Okay, so let's talk about what's happening on the customization side, because from what I've seen, GTA 6 is going way deeper than previous games there too.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting for car enthusiasts specifically. According to GTA Booz Z's breakdown of the available footage and insider information, GTA 6 is introducing independent front and rear suspension adjustments. So you can lower the rear while keeping the front high. That's the squatted truck style that's a real subculture in parts of America.
Rockstar is putting actual regional car subcultures into the customization system.
Right. And there are suspension color changes. Geetia Buzzy notes purple suspension components on off-road buggies in the Windwood area, which might be tied to gang affiliations or just player preference. Functioning exhaust smoke with varying intensity depending on the engine state, and what looks like actual tire shops in the cityscape.
So the customization isn't just cosmetic, it's connected to the world's culture.
That's the ambition. Geetia Buzzy describes it as aligning more closely with real-world car tuning culture than anything in previous GTA games. And the vehicle interiors are getting the same treatment. Intricately designed dashboards with functioning dials and knobs. The kind of detail that makes you feel like you're actually sitting in the car.
And all of this is coming from a team of over 1,500 specialists, right? Like, the scale of what's being built here is hard to wrap your head around.
According to the Hakes breakdown of the GTA 6 development team, yes, over 1,500 specialists across multiple Rockstar studios worldwide, with Rockstar North in Edinburgh as the creative hub. And the development is so siloed that individual contributors don't even know what the full game looks like.
Wait, really? Like, people working on it don't know what they're building?
That's what environment artist David O'Reilly revealed in an interview with Kiwi Talk Z, as reported by Rockstar Intel. He worked on GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, and GTA 6 for 5 years, and he said he had, quote, No idea about the plot other than that there are two characters. Departments are confined to their specialist discipline.
That's kind of wild. 5 years on a project and you don't know the story.
It speaks to the scale. And O'Reilly also talked about how the tech evolves massively over the course of development. He said in GTA 5 they had no height-based blending, no parallax shaders at the start. By the end, they had added those features. And the same progression happened with Red Dead Redemption 2. He expects the same to be true for GTA 6.
So the game that ships is fundamentally different from what they started building.
Always. And that iterative process is part of why the vehicle physics in GTA 6 are being described as a significant step forward. The attention to detail, suspension dynamics, tire grip, how cars react on different road surfaces, all of that gets refined over years of development.
And the setting of Leonida itself is doing a lot of work here too. Like, Florida as a location is almost purpose-built for car culture stories.
Completely. Leonida blends dense urban centers with swamps, highways, and coastal towns. According to Tech Times analysis, it's a world that feels less like a backdrop and more like a living region. And the vehicle variety reflects that geography. You need different cars for different terrains, and Rockstar has designed the ecosystem accordingly.
I want to go back to something you said earlier about the fan debate over real brands, because I think there's something interesting there about what GTA actually is as a cultural object.
Yeah, go for it.
So the community consensus, according to Kickstart Games' coverage of that debate, was that a compelling world filled with witty satire is far more valuable than recognizable brand names. And I think that's actually a really interesting statement about what players want from GTA. They don't want a car commercial, they want commentary.
That's exactly right, and the fictional brand system is what makes that commentary possible. You can't roast Mercedes the same way without legal consequences. But Benefactor? You can do whatever you want with Benefactor. The name itself is already the joke.
And GTA 6 is set in a Florida-inspired state, which is already one of the most culturally loaded places in America when it comes to cars. Like the donk culture, the lowriders, the beach luxury scene, all of that is real.
And Jalopnik's breakdown of the trailer vehicles shows Rockstar has done their homework. The lowriders in the Vice City streets are clearly inspired by the Chevy Monte Carlo and the Chevy Impala. The hot pink car, the blue car, these are direct references to a specific subculture. Colorful murals overlooking candy-finished custom cars. That's not generic, that's specific.
So the cars in GTA 6 are almost like a documentary about American car culture, filtered through satire.
That's a really good frame for it. And it's what separates GTA from other open-world games. The vehicles aren't just there to give you something to drive. They're there to tell you something about the world and the people in it.
Okay, so here's a question I want to push on a little. Is there a risk that this level of regional specificity makes the game feel less fun? Like, in GTA 5, you could find a supercar anywhere. That was part of the fantasy.
That's a fair pushback. And I think the answer is that Rockstar is betting on immersion over pure wish fulfillment. The player's garage system still exists. You can own and customize whatever you want. But the world itself is going to feel more grounded. Whether that's a trade-off or an upgrade probably depends on what you want from the game.
So the fantasy is still there, it's just more earned.
Exactly. And the customization depth means the fantasy is actually richer. Independent suspension adjustments, suspension color changes, functioning exhaust effects. You're not just picking a car, you're building one that reflects your identity in the game, which mirrors what car culture actually is in real life.
Right, because in real life, your car is one of the most visible statements you make about who you are.
And GTA has always understood that. The fictional brands, the regional distribution, the customization system, it all points to the same insight. Cars in America are not just transportation. They are identity. And Rockstar has built a game that takes that seriously.
So when you step back from everything we've covered, here's what this really comes down to. Rockstar has built a vehicle language in GTA 6. Every car on every street is a sentence in a story about class, geography, and identity.
And the fictional brand system is the foundation of all of it. It's not a workaround, it's the point. It's what lets Rockstar hold a mirror up to American car culture without a legal team shutting them down. Grotti can be faster and more reckless than Ferrari ever could be in a licensed deal. Vapid can be as hollow as the name suggests. The satire has teeth because Rockstar controls the brands.
And in GTA 6, that mirror is more detailed and more regional than it's ever been. The Beach District cars are showing off. The Grass Rivers trucks are surviving. The customization system lets you place yourself somewhere in that spectrum.
And the modular design system means Rockstar can keep adding to that world over time. The vehicle count in GTA Online grew over years through updates and seasonal content. GTA 6 will almost certainly do the same. What you see at launch is just the foundation.
Which means the vehicle language of Leonida is going to keep getting richer. More dialects, more subcultures, more regional specificity.
That's the trajectory. And it's worth noting that over 1,500 specialists built this foundation. The graphics programming team, the audio team, the designers, all of them working in silos so specialized that even a 5-year veteran like David O'Reilly didn't know the story he was helping to tell. That's how you get mud splatter that follows realistic off-road driving patterns.
That detail keeps coming back, and I think it's the right place to land. That truck in the grass rivers, the gun rack, the toolbox, the mud on the wheel wells and not the roof, that's not just a vehicle. That's a character, that's a life. And Rockstar put it there so you'd understand where you are without anyone telling you.
And that's the whole argument for why vehicle design in GTA 6 matters beyond just what's fun to drive. The cars are doing narrative work, they're doing sociological work, they're doing satirical work, all at the same time.
Next time you're driving through any open-world game and you see a car parked on the street, ask yourself, is that car there by accident, or is it telling you something? Because in GTA 6, it's definitely telling you something.
Thanks for being here on Copilot Podcasts. We'll see you next time.